Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So we're good to go.
Great. Hey, Pom. Hi. Annabelle. Okay. Catering wench. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good name, isn't it?
Who else is in here? That's all.
Hey, Pom. Uh, Annabella. KU.
Okay, good. A small crowd. I won't be nervous and have stage fright. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, stage fright's okay once in a while, too. We've all been there.
Chris.
Is that you, Lisa? Oh,
Treat, treat.
oh, hey, Tree Tree. Good to see ya. That is so funny. That was just the funniest ever. Hi, Chris.
Hi, David Brasher. With that. Yeah, that's me.
Are you going to hurry up and click off and then write something real quick and come back on?
Anytime I would try to do something in PGs when I was on panel, I would end up kicking myself out. I don't think so.
I think I kicked myself off PGs quite a few times. A lot of times.
And then it went permanent.
Yeah. That it did, didn't it? But
Okay, so we're going to try to talk about suspects in Rose's and Summer's cases tonight. What do you mean, blah, blah, blah?
Chris, you got to be nice.
Careful or we're going to kick you. Okay. Let's start with Tony Hammonds. No, why should you leave? Oh,
No, Chris, don't leave. Hey, Bob. Oh,
Chris,
Lord.
stop it. We're going to eliminate some people. So, hey, Bob, how are you? Oh, all my favorite people in here already.
Bob's a cool guy.
He is. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
We're of like minds.
Yeah, you do.
I asked him if he wanted to come on panel sometime, but he said no.
Stage fright.
Yep, stage fright. Okay, Tony Hammonds. Tony Hammonds is someone that Candace conveniently threw into the mix after he was arrested. He was driving by a house, turned around, went back, and ran up into the yard after a boy and chased him into the house. And the boy's mother called the police. So, rumor, although I have not been able to confirm this, is that was his grandson that he was not supposed to see. And I know that the attempted kidnapping charges were dropped. So that kind of goes to the truth of that. And the police issued a statement the next day at a press conference that said that this had no bearing on, no relation to the Summer Wells case, was a one-off, and they cleared him right away.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, but now he's coming up again everywhere I see his name. Tony Hammonds, he needs to be investigated. Okay. All right, now, and obviously he didn't have anything to do with Rose.
No.
Okay, so Chris Marcos, he's come back up recently. There's nothing new going on basically until this Fred Hill thing. So we're rehashing old suspects. Chris Marcos, when Rose disappeared, was living in California with his wife.
So who is Chris Marcos to the boy?
Chris Marcos is Candy's adopted nephew or step nephew,
Okay.
and
I
is
just wondered.
married to her niece.
That's a
Yeah, I
difficult
know.
one.
I know.
Step.
Yeah, step.
Okay.
Okay, he was, in California with his wife when Rose went missing. And when Summer went missing, he was at work in Wisconsin on video. And people said he was there every day. So I think that Chris Marcos is a very dangerous person.
Oh yeah.
But there was, a lot of children between him and Tennessee. So I don't know why he would have driven down and taken Summer. Hey, Patty A. Native Vibes. Hey.
You're ahead of me here.
Okay, so let's go on to Uncle Warren. Warren Hare,
Yeah.
Candy's brother.
Horror story
Now,
there.
the family has never had anything to do with Warren. None of the girls have ever met Warren or had anything to do with him. And I know there's rumors that Rose was going to testify against Warren and he had to eliminate her. Yeah, that's false. So from what I can see, he was in jail at that time because he was on supervised release and had an incident with a 14-year-old child. So Rose was too old for him anyway.
Yeah, he liked little girls.
I okay you. And then they are a lot of things. And then, of course, when Summer went missing, he was also still incarcerated. And he is also very, very dangerous. I think more so than Chris Marcos even.
Yeah, I believe so.
However, they didn't have anything to do with our subject. Yes, Palm Patrol, he did get arrested, believe at 3:00 this afternoon.
Really? See, I haven't been on YouTube for a while, so um,
Hi, Tracy.
it's kind of
Welcome.
good to get this news here tonight.
Okay, so let's talk about the red truck. Is the red truck really relevant here? What does anybody think? The FedEx driver said that they saw a red truck parked on the side of the road out on Beach Creek, either the 15th or the 14th. So, what does everybody think? Is the red truck just a red herring, or do you think that's really in play? Hi, Rex. David, you think the red truck might be important? Teacher says no. What do you
Well,
think, Wisconsin Mama?
so how important is that red truck compared to? Okay, so the guy said that he saw a red truck. Okay, he might have thought he saw a red truck, but then you got JSB saying that she heard the scream. So, do you understand what I'm saying, Lisa? So, if what she said isn't important, it's unfounded, how do we not know that that red truck is unfounded too? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not important, but
Well,
you know
I'm
that.
not either. I'm just saying, it's a long shot
Yeah.
that there was a red truck scene. Like it was a long shot. Like JSB said, she heard a scream.
Now, I did see Chris McDonough. I'm sorry to mention on here, but he said that scream, when she said the scream, did not match the timeline. So I don't know, actually. What time was the scream?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have my stuff with me because, like, I was on short notice tonight.
What do you mean? I posted it this morning.
I've been at work forever today. Nope, I'm not ready for this live. You're going to have to answer all the questions.
Oh, 440, 440, 440. Okay.
442.
Boy. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so here's what I have for a timeline there. Don left for work at 8:30. Candace, Candy, and Summer pulled out to go to Holston at 8. Wait, Don left at 7:30. I'm sorry. They pulled out at 8 and were saw by the tree trimmers and got to Holston at 8:30. Then she talked to Hunter and then went over to his house to pick him up. And then they went to the hippie house, right? And the tobacco place.
Yep.
Now, did they pick Candy up before they went to Warriors?
Yes.
Or after? You think they picked her up before?
Yes.
So you think she was at Warriors?
I believe she was at Warriors.
Okay. So the swimming video was taken at 12:31. 12:31? Yeah. And a couple of creators got the metadata on that, and that is when Candace said it was too. So then somewhere in there, they went back to Walgreens, right? And picked up the prescription at like 1:28 or something. Then they were at Sonic at 2. And I know people keep saying, well, we don't know that. But you know what? I know 3 people that went there. And I had one go and ask questions. And I had her ask if they got food there. And they said, no, just the slushes. It was buy one, get one free that day. Or buy one, get one half off, I think. Yes, KU, yeah. Actually, Michelle did it, and at least one other person did it. And she did a whole video on how she found it. Okay, what is this? Allegedly, she was picked up before. Picked up?
From more. Allegedly, she was picked up from the hospital before going to Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the story. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just say she was.
I kind of like question that, Lisa, because when she did her interview, she kind of like almost couldn't remember where they had gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe she just didn't know the name of it. I mean,
that could be very well. Yeah.
It was just kind of like an odd spot. It wasn't really a swimming spot or a beach or anything.
No, it was a gross spot. I wouldn't swim there. So
yeah, Kate, that could mean the scream was around 4:40. Well, they were at Sonic at 2, then they went to Priceless. Then they dropped Hunter off sometime between 2:30 and 2:45. And then isn't it like a half an hour back to 110? So they got there at 3:30. After that, we don't really know what happened. Yeah, the nap. I don't know.
Well, I can honestly say I believe Grandma probably did take a nap. You know, if they gave her a shot, we don't know. I'm sure that shot that they gave her was to take the swelling down and probably gave her some kind of a painkiller too. She probably did go home and take a nap. I mean, we all know that when we're on a painkiller, we get pretty drowsy off in it.
Yeah, but if they gave her the steroid shot, I've had a million of those, and I mean, and I'm not even exaggerating. And they don't make me drowsy. Actually, the anesthetic occasionally does make me drowsy, but in the knee, no, I didn't even have
No,
any
but I'm sure they
pain with
might have
that.
gave her something to some kind of, maybe they gave her a painkiller, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
But you're right, little mama. Grandma does never mention H being with them at Warriors.
And yet he's in the video.
Huh.
Okay, so the milk, I will die on this hill. That was not that day. That was not that day. Remember them asking the milk jug video? Remember Hunter? I mean, he said he was sitting where those Skittles were. Well, he was soaking wet. So why didn't the color run? Why didn't they melt? Why wasn't the seat wet? When Chris asked him about the milk jugs, he's like, milk jugs, milk jugs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the milk jugs. It's like he forgot the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And what happened to, what happened to the wet pillow? What happened to, and I said that from the very beginning. So if you're going swimming and you're wet, where's your towels? How come the seat wasn't wet?
Yeah, I don't think they knew they were going to go swimming, but that would have soaked, well, I don't know. I just think that suit she was in was too hot. I think it was taken the month before, sometime, in April. Her hair was a little shorter than it was swimming. There's no, cup. Where's the slushy cups? The straws, the straw wrappers.
Right. Yeah, where is it all? Why isn't the back seat wet? Where's the wet?
It just doesn't make sense. Plus, the milk jugs are leaning against that box there. That looks like the boxes that the food assistance place gives out.
It does. Do you remember?
Oh. Yes, I do remember she said she wanted to pick flowers. And Candace did take some close-up pictures of the flowers on that video. Well, that kind of goes in with the flower story, though, then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Planting flowers. Oh, Kmart, hi. I don't think so. I can't say totally not, but that was Ziggy V, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And I don't know. I know that the FBI did go to question her about that in October. And then she came out a year later and said they came to her house again. And that receipt that she showed was proven to be fake. So I don't know. That's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I still believe that. Well, I don't know why I believe it, but I still think she was at Warriors.
Candy.
Grandma, yeah. Yeah.
No, Kate, that was Ziggy that she told that she was sick, and Candace took her to meet Don. I don't remember what she told Emma. What did she tell Emma? Hi, Numbat. No, that's not Ziggy V's real name. I'm not going to say what it is, but I was just going to tell you.
Catering wench. I believe that you're correct. I think there was another stop after Hunter. Yeah. Yep, I do too.
Well, that's interesting. Well, and Candy would know that, wouldn't she?
She would.
If she was in the car with them. Or, boy, I don't know. In order for somebody to kidnap Summer, they would have had to have sat there all day and waited until they got home. And would they go up there and kidnap her with 2 adults and 4 kids up there? I just don't see that.
That's a tough call, Lisa, because I mean, you almost have to be there. I think you almost have to see, like, be there and see what it looks like. But I can't see where somebody could have got up on that hill that fast and got away with her. With all those dogs, the boys, and 2 grown adults,
Even if everybody,
very slim.
Even if everybody was inside, I mean, you wouldn't know that until you got up there, would you? And then how would you get Summer outside without alerting everybody else? Yeah, I just don't see it.
It's like I said, it's a tough call, but I mean, not unless the timeline is completely off.
I don't know. There's a lot of things we definitely don't know. But what do you think of this Fred Hill thing? Anybody?
Fred Hill. Wow. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Don's work truck was there. Yes, all day. So they would have thought Don was there too.
Well, that's what some people have been saying. That's the rumor mill, in my opinion.
Okay.
Patty is right. You have to wonder if there's any truth at all to this story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Summer could have been, I'm not going to say Summer could have been gone before that day, but I think the timeline is completely off. I do believe that she was missing way before that time.
I don't know.
At least up to them last seen on video.
I think Marlena is a liar. And I don't know. She said that she didn't go home early. So I don't know. I still don't think that it was planned. No, I still, just because of what they did before they called 911, I think it caught him off guard. So,
So if Summer got down to that road, let's just say, okay, if Summer got down to that road, you're right, an opportunity, somebody could have grabbed her. But if that's the case, then where was Mom? Where were the adults? The same?
Is someone just standing down there by the road waiting for Summer to wander down there one day?
I doubt it.
I just don't see that making sense.
No.
I don't know, unless there's, things we don't know.
I think there's things that we don't know.
Hi, Murgatroyd.
I think that the whole truth isn't being told here.
Yes, Numbat, she said the swimming video was the last picture of Summer out there.
Well, and another thing that I just really find odd, and I've said this before, she had her phone on her. She always had her phone on her. And I'm not making it look like she's guilty or anything, but like, just for planting the flowers, you know what I mean? She always took pictures of Summer, always. And just that day, you didn't take a picture of Summer planting the flowers with Grandma, but you took video of her swimming and a video of her in the back seat, but you didn't take a picture or a video of her planting flowers, which is a special occasion because she was doing it with Grandma. Something is off. Something is off.
Yeah, David Cohen. I don't think CPS was coming the next day.
I don't think so either.
No, that's just a rumor somebody made up. Yes, Fred hauling scrap. Tree trimmers. Okay, so Fred left at 4:30. Oh, that's what he told Ziggy. But then he's a liar.
Yeah, Fred's a liar.
But when Candace went over there with the paraphernalia, Fred was not there, right? So that's kind of interesting that if something happened at 4:30, Fred leaves. Candace is over there.
Yeah.
Chad, isn't it Chad Arnold that saw her?
From my understanding. Well, for being a holler and kind of like it sure was a busy day up there that day, wasn't it, on that street?
Yeah, for a dead end road.
Uh-huh.
Seemed like there's a lot of traffic there. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, neither.
If the record proved that CPS was over at the house 4 times in 1 year, you just said they were due at the house the day after Summer went missing. No, I don't think anything was planted that afternoon either, Murgatroyd.
No, I don't believe there was either.
Card team said no objection. Sandy, she didn't get pain pills though. Well, not opioids anyway. I don't think she got anything strong enough to knock her out. I know that's a rumor.
Sandy, I agree. What time did he really get home? Hi, Julia. I miss you too.
Yeah, Chris. Chris knows. Candy's done a pain management program in Wisconsin. So once you're on that, you can't get opioids anywhere else, or they kick you off the program. So
yeah, it's called.
Hi, Julia. Well, yeah, it's hard to. I got stuff going on with my family right now, so. What Candace told Jenna. Yeah, Jenna was another liar, wasn't she? I'm thinking of Shannon. She was a liar. Everybody's a liar.
Why is everybody lying? I'm so sick of it. Everybody has, so many people have messed this case up and turned this case into more of a soap opera than it has a missing child's case.
I just think there's a lot of local shit going on there and a lot of grudges, and people are using that to settle grudges because, like when there's a murder on the loose, everybody, calls in on their ex-husband or ex-boyfriend or, I think he did it. And I kind of think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Oh, hey, Mary Beth. You believe Fred Hill?
Well, the guy is such a drug addict. He probably, I'm just saying, he's such a drug addict that even if he did something, he may not even remember he did anything.
Well, so does Candace and all of them.
Well, I know they're all drug addicts, The real Mary Beth, yes, it is me, Wisconsin Mama. Hi.
Yes, it is.
But that was another question, though. Why did so many people befriend Candace?
Wait, now, David, you know that Rose's ex is in here. Yeah, okay, that's another thing I was going to talk about. Candace and Candy and Don are not suspects in Rose's disappearance. Honestly, Candace and Don were moving that weekend from Arkansas to Tennessee to his mom's. So they were not even close to Wisconsin. Don had never even met Rose. And what possible motive would Candy have to kill Rose? That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, she's been working, at finding Rose for like 14 years. And Chris he was cleared. He took, I think, 2 lie detector tests, didn't you, Chris? And there's actually a piece of evidence that proves his whole story. Hopefully it didn't get lost. Do I ever hear from Grandis? I have never talked to her. So no, I hear things from other people. She did have a picture of Rose on her wall, which yeah, that's kind of interesting. I can't figure that out either.
Well, Numbat, I think that you're right. I think they're all protecting the drug suppliers.
But part of that is it seems like if it wasn't one of them, if anybody knew, they would have ratted them out just to get law enforcement and social media's attention off of that hill. Because I don't know, I just think with everybody getting arrested, is something going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, why is everybody getting arrested right now and like on charges from last year, some of them?
Yeah, I find that kind of amazing that if one person hasn't ended up passed away, the other has now been arrested. So now we have 2 arrests, Dudley and Fred. Well, Fred buried his own hole.
Well, but look at the Crawfords that got arrested. And didn't Marlena and her brother? It just seems like one right after another. I don't know. It could just be a coincidence. Seems like there's always drug arrests and, undercover stuff going on around there.
So
I guess
David says, Grandis gave Summer to one of her friend and didn't tell Candace or Don because they would talk.
No, I know that didn't.
How would she have been able to do that?
I know that didn't happen.
No.
She didn't take off like a bat out of hell. She didn't leave till 5 weeks later. So, I mean, where was Summer all that time? Oh yeah, Fred's girlfriend. Yes, Annabelle.
Did she get arrested?
Who?
Fred's
Laura?
girlfriend?
Yeah, Laura. Yeah.
Oh, she got arrested too, huh?
And I think she can't have visitors either, is what I heard.
Well.
Yeah, that was something that Ziggy did.
Yeah, well, everybody can thank Ziggy for that. I mean, she was warned over and over not to do that.
Well, she said she read the directions. If she did, I mean, I read them too, and it was like in big red bold letters.
I mean, everybody, like, if you don't know the law, then you probably should really sit down and read it. Now, because of what she did, Fred lost his privileges, his visitation privileges, He lost it because of her recording. I agree, Chris.
Yes. I'd like to say when Don said Candace had the wrong friends, but yet I don't believe anything Don says. So I guess I have to eliminate that.
Well, I'm not saying anything bad against Candace. I mean, I'm
No.
not. But the thing is I have a question. Do you remember when she was up on a panel? I'm not going to mention any names. And Doug came in and she said, well, you come up to the top of the hill. You come up here and I'll tell you what happened. Well, she invited Benny to the hill. She invited Ernie to the hill, and then she invited Doug to the hill. Well, I'm sorry, but do you have to be a man for her to tell you the truth?
Brooklyn, was Chris's dad at home eating dinner before Rose left? No. Chris's dad was out of the state at work that whole week before. He wasn't anywhere near there. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, they would have no way of knowing that Ziggy was going to break the law. And oh, Chris, didn't I say state? I'm sorry. Out of state. Yes. They had no way of knowing that Ziggy was going to broadcast that. So, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I can't rule out that, Fred, if he left at 4:30, maybe something did happen at 4:30. Maybe Candace did take Summer over to him and he disposed of the body. And then she went home and got the drugs and took them back over there. And I don't know. I'd sure like to know when she called Don the first time. I don't know.
TKO says, hello, everybody. I'm behind a bit, but in my opinion, no one is doing anything around there without old eagle-eyed JSB knowing exactly what, where, and when. She has all the answers. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's why I think that this Cotton thing, they're saying, oh, he was Fred Hill's friend. He was over at his house and everything. Yeah, exactly. Jody Sue, I said, is like Gladys Kravitz of Ben Hill. She knows everything. And she's never mentioned Cotton in 2 years. So evidently he wasn't around too much. Wasn't at parties at the Wells. I mean...
Oh, yeah, she was there too. I mean, look at her history. I mean, why wasn't CPS called on her if she wants to make it sound like she's such a great parent? I mean, look at your history. That's like calling the kettle black, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? You can't sit back and judge a family across the street when you're doing the same thing.
Why is Fred's bail so high? It's $25,000 on each count. So $50,000, that isn't really that high. But who's going to pony up $5,000 for take a chance on him? Apparently he doesn't have too many friends.
Apparently not. Maybe I'll just run down there and hand him a kettle. A pot.
Hell, why don't we do a Cash App for him?
Do a Cash App for him so he can hurry up and get back out and make some more.
Everybody else has a Cash App.
Yeah.
Do we think Hunter is involved? No, I do not think Hunter is involved.
I don't think Hunter is involved, but I think that something was wrong with Hunter that day because it was almost like he couldn't remember. He had to really think about things.
Because I don't think the milk jug thing was that day. I think they cooked that up.
Annabella, free Fred.
I'm
Free Fred so he can do some more cooking. Get back up there.
That's hysterical. Yes, if Fred knew anything, absolutely. I think any of them, if they knew anything, would have talked for that $70,000.
Oh, I know. I would have talked. I mean, that's a lot of money.
And if Fred is like a drug kingpin, why doesn't he have $50,000?
I just rumor mill has it that Fred was making it for just himself and his old lady there. I don't know.
Oh, Murgatroyd, I don't think so. No, I don't think Ellie ever had anything to do with him. And I know he tried to butt into Rose's case and they kindly declined his help. I mean, it's not every day that TBI issues statements twice that they're not working with you. Yeah, do we want to get into what we think of Chris McDonough?
Lisa, let's just say we got to give the guy a E for effort. You know, he tried. The only part I didn't like about his interview is that he did most of the talking. He didn't let, like when Hunter, it was like he was filling in the blanks. That's how I feel about both of the interviews.
Well, I think he misrepresented a lot of stuff, like saying that Candace wouldn't let him go in the shed. No, she told him he could go in the shed. If you listen to it, that's absolutely what she said.
Mm-hmm.
She said, oh, yeah, sure. She said, well, I wouldn't want you to get hurt because there was a lot of stuff laying around, but she didn't have a problem with it. So, and then he's saying, oh, she wouldn't let him go in the shed. And that started everybody saying Don was hiding in the shed.
Yeah.
Although why Don would be hiding in the shed when I have no idea. Yeah, there's something weird about Robin Lane. I'm not sure what it is. I saw the picture where Robin completely redid the Wells basement.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God, it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I lived in a place that looked that good. Just sparkling white and brand new and clean. Too bad that nobody will ever see it.
Yeah.
She was their such a good friend before they went missing. Why didn't she do it then?
I don't know. Well, that I do not know.
There's something odd about Robin helping. I mean, I thought she was Miss Goody Two-Shoes innocent until that whole video with Candace's fake heart thing.
Yeah.
Why did she help them do that?
I don't know. But well, first of all, I know that a lot of places won't even let you have your phone in the hospital, in the room. Let's tell Zigster to have a cash app for him. Julia. Oh. Oh.
People said she's putting money on his books. I said she doesn't have any money. She begs for every dime she gets.
Well, do you not think that's probably why he came up with the story? Oh, I'm sitting here in jail. I got busted for drugs and I need money on my books, and she's like the only one that will help me, so I'll just come up with the story so she'll get her and her YouTube channel to put money on my books.
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but they said that he said I love you when he hung up.
He used her.
Huh?
He used her.
Well, she's using him too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, David. She pimped out her own daughter there by taking her in the hospital. And then A.F. Pennington, I always thought she was innocent too until she made that video. Yeah, that was I call that the Don Wells Redemption Tour. Tim and Don cooked that up. They cooked up Candace's fake heart thing. Candace said she was afraid to tell the truth. Okay, whatever. And then
why didn't they take a picture of her with like the IV in her arm or with the heart monitors on
she
her?
didn't have any. She went to the hospital twice and they wouldn't do anything, so she went to a different one. So
Well, where did
somebody said she was outside smoking most of the time. Yeah, that was just all a setup. She ordered pizza while she was there, and yeah, she needs a new battery in her pacemaker. Big deal. But anyway, on with the redemption tour. Then Tim and Don did that video searching for Summer. Remember when they walked through the woods and showed piles of leaves and stuff? They didn't look under any of them, and then they did the dog trail video, which is not a dog trail, the motorbike path video. So after that, it seemed like the tide kind of turned. And
wait, you mean the dog trail that Don didn't even know was there? Yeah. I'm just saying, you lived on that hill for how many years and you didn't know there was a dog trail? Come on. I mean, people aren't that stupid, and the cops aren't that stupid.
And it was never a dog trail. So who started the dog trail thing anyway? I mean, Don even said it wasn't a dog trail, and then all of a sudden it's a dog trail again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Annabella, you're right. What's going on with her? Why is she bruised her ribs and now she broke her ankle? You know, it's like once a month something is wrong with Candace. Once, I don't know why she ends up getting hurt.
Maybe she's just, her body's breaking down after all, she's abused it for so long.
Right.
Does any of that alcohol or anything affect your bones? I don't know that much about, I don't drink, so I don't know. Or maybe it affects her balance and she's falling a lot. Could be.
Could be.
I don't know. Kate, you're so funny. The red truck, I don't know. It's not like Robin Lane lied to us all by saying, at the time that she crossed that off, I thought that was eliminated also. That was going around. That the red truck was eliminated, but I think that was because there was that one on the side of the road and the police eliminated that.
Yes, the red truck supposedly was eliminated because she started cutting the pictures of the red truck out of the flyers. So it couldn't have been true. Why would she do that if it was true? Why would Robin cut the pictures out of the flyers?
Well, she X'd them off. Well, because they cleared that one red truck on the side of the road, and I think maybe she thought that was, I don't know.
Well, that red truck was from the morning.
No, not that red truck. There was another one on the side of the road that was abandoned. I got a picture of it.
Okay. I don't believe there was a red truck.
Well, why would the FedEx driver make that up, though? Oh, thanks, Annabella.
Well, that goes back to the same question of the scream. If you're going to ask me that about the truck, then I'm going to ask you, why would JSB make up the scream? I mean, the scream is unfounded.
But she also said she heard a scream while she was on the phone to Andy at, what, 1:30 or 2?
So you're telling me she said she heard 2 screams?
Yeah.
She said she heard 2 screams?
Yeah.
That is new to me.
I can't
You're
remember
right.
who posted that. They had the whole timeline, and I asked that. I said, so the scream was at 2 because she went down and told all about Jody Sue, and she posted the conversation, the text or something with Jody Sue and Andy, and she's like, oh, just a minute. I heard a scream or something, and she went to check it out. I saw the whole conversation, and I said, so she heard the scream then? No, she heard the scream later too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I agree 100% with you.
Well, happy birthday, Zoe. Robin's father died, and he had the red truck, and then Robin got it. Chris, is it true that yes, they did get new phones. Chris, do you want to answer that? You go, Brooklyn. You got a lot of questions about that, don't you? Oh, thank you, Kmart. It wasn't just me.
You're right, Julia. Anything for pain pills. It was GSB's first Facebook videos too, Lisa.
What?
Okay, you said it was GSB's first, where'd it go? First Facebook video too.
Oh. Yeah, the first videos there, she was all for the Wells. Oh, they would never do anything wrong.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They loved that little girl. They were great parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great parents. And then you shut the door, and then you just turn around and nailed them to the wall. I'll tell you what, if that had been me and she was my neighbor, I certainly would have took a walk over there. I would have. If you hear 2 screams in one day, don't you think you get off your
Especially when she told Andy just a minute she had to check it out. Where did she go to check it out?
right?
What made her think it was nothing and come back?
And then you hear another scream, 3 hours later?
Yeah.
And that didn't make you think maybe I should call the police? Very strange. Very strange.
Why does anybody get a new phone? I hate a learning curve, and I hate to get new phones, but I use mine to death and they die. I mean,
I do agree with you, David, about why hasn't anybody talked about Robin?
hi, Reapers. Welcome. Why hasn't what? Wait a minute. Oh, well, you're talking about Jody Sue. Okay, if Jody Sue supposedly sees everything, and we do agree she's the neighborhood busybody, right? How can she not notice that Candace was pregnant for a whole 9 months with Summer until she sees her walking down the driveway with a baby? I mean,
I'm not gonna be smart here because.
Oh, you're going to say something about Candace, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna say something about JSB.
Oh. I'm like, seriously, they were over there all the time, delivering pot.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't notice that?
All right, you know what? Let's just put this out there, okay? I mean, she wasn't innocent herself. Not this woman. So how can you present yourself that you're a loving neighbor and then I don't know, let's go what? what, 9 months down the road, then all of a sudden you turn on them like the plague when you were right along there with them doing it.
Yes.
I mean, just keep running your mouth because, yeah, she likes to fight with people. Yes, she does. Let her
It's
have those.
almost like, yeah, she doesn't work. It's almost like she doesn't have a purpose unless she's on YouTube. That's become her whole life now. She's addicted to that.
Oh, she can have that life. I don't care what she does, but don't come off on you're the good neighbor and act like you did everything good, and then turn around and dog the wells when you were sitting right there along with them passing the joint.
Reaper said hi to you.
I said hello, Reaper.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
Jody, so Chris, are you still here? Or I can answer that.
Yeah.
The phones? No. Rose had 3 phones on her when she disappeared, and none of those phones were ever recovered. They drained memory lake.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's pictures of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that was all over town. Well, Gma, that's what I want to know. If she knew so much, right, why didn't Ellie get all the info from day one? Hi, Patricia.
Yeah, hi, Patricia. Oh, because we're talking about both cases here. And Chris is in here, so somebody keeps asking questions about that.
So, KU is asking Chris, why did she have 3 phones? That's a lot of phones. They're all asking you why 3 phones.
Hi, Mom.
Let's give him a minute. Maybe he can answer it. We know you told the truth, Chris, but they want to know why she had 3 phones.
Well, if he isn't going to answer it, I can.
Speak up. Hello, how are you?
Hi. Welcome, everyone. Yes, Grandma, she did. She had one that I think Chris said she had a friend's phone on the buddy system, and then the friend didn't need that anymore, so she had those 2 phones, and then she had the new one that she got. She's transferred the card when they got home to the new phone, and then took all 3 of them with her. I can't understand why law enforcement did not publicize the phones and her purse and a lot of other things, because, I mean, they could have been found in a ditch or something somewhere, and people didn't know they were related to the case. Why didn't they publicize everything that was missing? Slow down, ladies.
Can't type so fast.
Wait, what Candy hair? What, David? What did David say about Candy hair?
Well, he wants to know why that person hasn't come forward that was in the video, the milk jug video. He said I just want somebody
nobody agrees with me about that, but I think that was Candace that said no. And I think that's Hunter that said the rest of that. Candace, if you look at that video again, because I've looked at it a million times, and when they scan back over to Candace, they're still talking, but Candace's mouth is not moving. It's shut. I don't think that's Candace saying that. I think Candace is the one that said no. But
Hi, Mama Bear.
I'm the only one that thinks that.
That was Leslie that said no.
Hi, Mama Bear. I don't think it was Leslie. I don't think Leslie hung around with them that much.
Well, I don't know. I just feel, you know how I feel about this case, that there's been so much deflection in both cases that there's no focus anymore.
Jackie Dobbs was another person that I wanted to touch on. I mean, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I mean, people are all over him all of a sudden this last week or so, and I feel sorry for him. You know, he just wants to live his life in peace. I mean, he was gone. He wasn't there the day Summer went missing. Plus, he was at that hotel. He said that he took a walk around the neighborhood with Elvis, and that he was on all these cameras at the hotel, all around it, all day, talking to people. One lady even said she saw him. I saw her comment in his chat and said, "Oh, I saw you." And he said, "I hope you told the police that you saw me that day." So, I mean, he didn't have a little girl with him. Hey, Trev time.
Oh, welcome, Trev. You're right. There seems to be a 2 to 3 hour window.
Yes,
I agree
absolutely.
with you 100%.
Yeah. Yes, Rose had a boyfriend. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything either.
Yeah. So, Trev, what do you think about that 2 to 3 hour window?
Well, I believe that there is a 2 to 3 hour window here, but we don't know. We don't know what happened. We don't know who was up there.
Candace left twice. So do they know that because she went by the camera on the corner twice? Because that's the only reason I can think of. And are they counting the time in the morning that she left? Because she did drive down to the church, right? After Summer went missing.
Yeah.
I wonder what time that was.
Well, she went looking for Summer. She went down there looking for Summer.
But that was a long ways away. Summer wouldn't wander that far if she never even went down to the road.
Well, yeah, I know that's a long ways away, and that's one of the questions everybody always wondered. Why did she drive all the way down to the church?
Okay. The real reason the boys were taken is because Don, after he got arrested for that DUI, he had to go to church and he had to go to AA. So he was going to AA and he was actually sober. Not off drugs, but he was not drinking. Then something happened where he fell off the wagon, got drunk, and started, one of his fits. Candace called the cops on him. The cops came and I don't know if they called CPS, but anyway, Candace and Don both failed their drug tests. So that's why they took the boys. It didn't have anything to do with abuse.
Hey, Ronald.
Hey, Ronald. And then the boys spent that first night at Clyde Trent's with Candace. So it wasn't like they, couldn't be around Candace and Don.
So basically what Lisa's telling you is that the parents are responsible for what happened to their children. The boys.
Yep.
The boys. Let me correct myself. The parents are responsible for what happened to the boys.
Yes, and then they had visitation with the boys, And they only went once in November, right after they were taken. They were supposed to go for Christmas, and they failed drug tests again. And then they never went again. Then Candace had Zoom visits with them while Don was in jail. But then after he got out, she called the boys drunk, and then the foster parents cut off her contact. Yes. Yes. Trevor, absolutely. What happened there, other than her taking the drugs over to Fred Hills, which wouldn't have taken too long, or did she have to make several trips? Was it just a few drugs in the house, or was the shed full of drugs that she had to clear out? I think that's why Don drove down to the shed right away, to make sure that she cleared that out.
Oh, yeah, I believe so too. I believe so too.
Because he raced home like a bat out of hell.
David, we're listening to you.
What?
Oh, I'm just reading David's comment. I am reading your comments, David. David, you have my attention. Oh, yeah, definitely. They had a stash that needed to be taken care of before the cops got there.
Yep.
Do you people think that Don is a drug dealer? Go ahead, Lisa.
What did you say?
Do you think Don was a drug dealer?
And what was your answer?
I was going to let you answer first.
Right. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, they had Andy supplying pot, right? And Fred Hill supplying meth. I mean, I don't think they needed another drug dealer there. Don certainly didn't have any money.
Well, I don't believe, and it's just my opinion, I don't believe he was a drug dealer. But he himself had said, he's told everybody that he's been on drugs many, many, many years.
Oh, I think all his life. Yep. Well, they both have. They were both on meth and then somehow got off meth. I know Candy got Candace off meth in Arkansas after that third baby. But, then they went on crack. So I guess crack is cheaper? I don't know.
Yeah. And it's really sad. It's really sad. I mean, it seriously breaks my heart for those kids to have to go through being away. Well, I don't even know how to put this. The kids are better off where they are right now. Okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But they were used to being in that environment of having addicts for parents. So they were used to seeing that stuff.
Yes.
And I'm not.
They absolutely did see it. Yep.
Did not love their kids. They did. And they still do. But until they own up and say, hey, I messed up our lives. I messed up our children's lives by being an addict. Nothing's going to be fixed until they admit it to themselves and get the help that they need. Get yourself fixed. Get yourself better. And then get your children back in your life. That's how it has to go. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that ship has sailed. I think, to me, it seems like Don just worked. You can't take that away from him. That's his only redeeming quality. He is a hard worker.
He's a hard worker. We all know this.
That's it. That's his only good quality.
Too. And he's a drug addict.
I think he left the raising of kids to the wife, which would be Pam and Candace, and look at how that turned out. I mean, neither one of them should have been trusted with kids, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, you're right, Grandma. I think the boys, at least the oldest one, liked the permissiveness in that household.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe even the next one. So I'm sure they missed that. On the other hand, look what they had to trade off for that.
Right. And that's what I said. I would never doubt that they don't love their children. Never. But, and those kids grew up in that environment, so they were used to it, But if anybody messed this up, it wasn't CPS, it wasn't LE, it wasn't anybody but Don and Candace. You both messed it up for your boys. They are the responsible ones. They are the parents.
Yep.
And I mean, like, you can hate me for saying it, but you are the parents. You gave birth to those children and you messed it up. And you kept messing it up. You want your kids back? Go get sober. Go get clean. That's just my opinion.
How Rose's car got to that lot. Someone drove it there. I have heard some rumors of where it was stored for 4 days, and I've heard rumors about the woman that drove it there. Somebody knew how to avoid the cameras, because there was cameras in 2 directions around that lot. So what does that tell you? Speak up, media.
Lisa, I'm going to be honest with you. In the whole time I've lived here, and I mean, I've lived here a long time, I never saw cameras back then. I never saw cameras.
That's the official story. That's interesting.
Not unless the post office had a camera on there. That would have been the only thing that would have had a camera. Because I know the laundromat didn't, and I know that
it'd be
building didn't.
It'd be up on a light, wouldn't it? No. But that would see the whole intersection. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's no cameras. Like I said, there may be now. I don't know if the post office, I can find out, but the post office might have had a camera, but we're talking, I just don't even think the post office had a camera. So, I'll check with the post office and ask them how long they've had a camera up. But if they just had a camera up, let's just say for 9 years, then her car is never seen on camera because there's no cameras.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk about, kind of ridiculous talk about it being in a, tractor trailer. And I mean, like, that's not going to draw any attention to it when they unload it there out of a truck, is it?
No. So if people in chat would just imagine, okay, just imagine a block, okay? One block from the beginning to the end, one side of the street. There's a laundromat, and then there's like it's a parking area, and then you have the post office. And right behind there used to be a big brown building, okay? It wasn't a truck stop. It wasn't a place for big semis to park. It was just a place for cars to park, for anybody to
like
park there.
10 or 12 spots there. There's not even room for a truck to pull in there. No, Rose did not park there. Rose did not park her car there. Her car was at a party that night. And no, she wasn't carpooling. She wasn't going to karaoke either. But that's all I'll say about that. No, I don't think she went missing before the 15th. She was seen too many places. Hello, Luminous. She was seen too many places on the 15th. And Hunter was there at the... Yeah, I don't think the milk... He didn't know about the milk because that was a different day, I believe. And a lot of people said they saw that June 6th on Candace's Facebook. Not the video, but the picture. So...
Do you think that, David? Do you think Rose left on her own, afraid of her husband? You think she actually walked out on her family? I don't think so.
Why would she be afraid of Chris?
Just in my opinion, I don't think so. She was a young mom. There's no... I mean, I'm not going to say much on here about Rose, but I'm going to tell you no.
Her husband wasn't hitting her. There's no one that says that he hit her that didn't hear that from Rose. And I have personally talked to some of Chris's old girlfriends and their parents, and they all said that that's ridiculous. He would never hit anybody. I mean, she was the one that got arrested.
Could we just maybe turn it around? David, why don't you take the story, the whole story that you've heard. Why doesn't everybody take the whole story that they've heard about Rose and turn it around? Just turn it around. Let's not make Rose look like she was this great, sweet angel.
Let's not go there. We're going to get in trouble.
In my opinion. And that's the end of that.
Yes, in your opinion. With who? Okay, what is David saying? He was cheating on her also. No, he wasn't. David, who are you and where did you come from? Is that James? Were there any other women reported missing around the same time as Rose? Not that I know of.
No, none.
There was that one girl there in Wisconsin that's kind of a famous case, but they know who did that, although they can't prove that either, so. Oh, David. Oh, my goodness.
You didn't hear it from Rose, so Rose was allegedly abused. Trev Time is asking a question.
Where? Oh, wait, I can't see it. So Rose was allegedly... Wait, you said if they didn't hear it from Rose. What? So Rose was alleging to be... Yes. She said bad things about Chris to her friends, but she's the only one that said any of that stuff, because I've talked to his friends, girlfriends, anybody else that knew him, and they don't have anything bad to say about him. I don't know if Rose was trying to, after she got out of jail, she talked Chris into dropping the divorce. Was she just, she was seeing somebody else, so was she buying time to try to make him look like a bad guy so she would get custody of the girls? I don't know. That's kind of my theory. Yes, Speak Up Media, that's correct. So I think she was, I don't know. That's just my theory, that she was, kind of telling people that he was abusive. I know she said he never let her leave the house, and wouldn't let her have a job. And she actually did have a couple jobs, but didn't stay there very long. And she did leave the house quite often, actually. She went to the bar. She went to the casino quite a bit. She loved the casino. She went on 2 long-distance trips with Chris's dad across country in the truck. He didn't make her stay at home, like, people say. Hello, reap what you sow. Yes.
Are you two ladies close to Chris by any chance?
Yeah.
Are you talking about close knowing him or close in towns?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Reap. Was Rose's other sister living at the house? Rose's other sister lived with her father in his trailer. And for, I think, 3 months that winter before Rose went missing, they did stay with Chris and his dad at the house because they couldn't heat the trailer. And then they left. So Chris's dad just took in anybody who was down in their luck. He's helped everybody. He's got a really soft heart. Long after Chris and Rose were gone, he was still taking in, people that needed help, people that were homeless, people that had a drug problem. It's just a really caring person. Yeah, Chris was cleared in several interviews. And then when the new sheriff took over, the first sheriff knew Chris didn't do it. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then the next one switched to everyone's still a suspect. If you notice, they say that in Summers' case too. Mm-hmm. They say that in all cases nowadays because they're just covering their ass. They don't want to say somebody's cleared and then, make a mistake and then have egg on their face. So
Luminous, who's an enabler? Who are you calling a enabler? Did Rose know Don before she went missing?
Chris can answer that. Rose and Don both said they didn't know each other. So how long is it since Rose disappeared? August 21st, 2009. How did you come into contact with Chris? That would be, he contacted me on Messenger. Chris has never met Candace. I do not believe they're selling the house. I don't think they can. I know a couple of people that have seen the will and read it, and Don is not supposed to be able to sell the house or borrow money on it. He could probably, try to break the will, but he doesn't have any money, right?
Right. That's why we run the old Cash App to get them some money.
Yes.
So, Gina, I'm going to speak on this one. How crazy is Rose's family? Uncle Warren, Grandis, Candy, etc. There is another family member, a brother of Candy's, and he wasn't crazy. He wasn't crazy at all. He was a very well-liked man. And he was a very nice man. So All I can say is, thank goodness he didn't get any of that craziness.
Well, and their mother, Rosetta, was like a saint. Everybody loved her. She helped raise the girls, and she helped raise Rose's girls.
Yeah.
Or had contact with them. She raised, not Candace, but the other two girls. She helped raise them. Nobody's ever had a bad word to say about her or about Jim.
Mm.
Yes, I do think that's correct, Murgatroyd. And yes. And why is that? I guess the grass is always greener.
Yeah, you think it is. He died. Jima, he died. The brother died.
Is that lips? No, that's what? Hi, innocent. Are you talking about on panel? That's Wisconsin Mama. Lisa K, did you ever meet? No, I did not meet DW or CW. I've been saying that for 2 years now.
So, Jima, the brother that I'm talking about, Grandma's brother, he was a very good friend. He was a very, very good friend of ours.
Was she not on drugs? Are you talking about Rose? Julia?
Thank you, Jima. Ronald wants to know, what do you think about Fred Hill misleading everyone again? It's all about the money, Fred. Ronald, it's all about the money.
Yeah, Ziggy was asking people to put money on his books.
No, Chris, that wasn't the uncle that was in a wheelchair. No.
No, that's not true. Except, I think in the case of Candace's boys, I don't know. Nobody seems to know why she can't see them.
Maybe she chooses not to see them.
No.
mean, everybody thinks that CPS or so and so won't let her see her grandchildren. Maybe she chooses not to.
She can't see the two families because of their choice, but I don't know about the three boys. She seemed kind of hurt by that. Do either of you think that the cop boyfriend hurt Rose? No. No, he did not. But he did cover it up. He's in it up to his eyeballs. But Wisconsin Mama is not going to say anything.
I'm not. No.
But I'll say it. Yes, Chris's girls, he's explained that. She didn't want to be a real grandma and a part of their life, so Chris didn't want her just showing up out of the blue, every couple years or whatever. And I don't think the girls want contact with her either now.
Chris, why don't you talk to Lisa, do you see that message that Chris wrote? help me out, Wisconsin, if you know, tell Polk. Can you like maybe later text him, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, where am I? Do you know if Chris M. and Gary M. lived in Wisconsin where Rose went missing? Oh, hi, Mishu, you are late. Chris Marcos lived in California. We talked about that at the beginning. He was living in California with Connie when Rose went missing. Who's Gary M? Who's Gary M? I don't know who that is.
So, you know, Chris Marcos has like 10 aliases.
Chris Harris. He used to be Chris Harris. And then I think he was adopted. So he's way out of the picture there. Warren Hare he actually for I think a year before Summer went missing, he had a job and was on some kind of trial program, and he got good reports for that year. So then he is now moved to a new halfway house that is it's like a lockdown facility. It's an ankle monitor. They have 4 beds there, 4 sex offender beds. How'd you like to be in that house?
No, thanks.
PG put it all out there. PG did put it all out there, and then she can't remember what she said now. Because I heard her tell it again, and she had it all mixed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. PG's not a good person, in my opinion.
Oh, Gary Merkos? I don't know exactly who that is. I heard people talking about him, but
I do believe he's the same person.
No, Gary, no, he was a no. Gary Merkos, he's a
never mind.
He's somebody that people looked into, but where's Grandma? She is I'm not gonna say. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. She's just visiting people with her trailer. Absolutely. I think Warren is a very, very dangerous person. He's escaped once years ago. 1990, what was his first? 1994, but he had a sexual assault arrest in 1984, which is sealed. I can't get the files for that. I can just see that there's a case there, but you're going to be blocked from that channel from now on. Oh, Grandma, how did you know that? Her granddaughter? No.
Innocent, no. I believe that too. You are correct. I don't 100%. I don't believe that she hurt Summer or Rose.
No, she did not. I know she didn't.
No.
I have not found any evidence at all that she was using drugs other than pot. However, she was involved with drugs, and I do think that had everything to do with what happened to her. But I don't know. Although, can I say about when she was arrested, or shouldn't I say? I won't say.
Rescue me. Take a hike if you think we're all sick over here.
Who's rescuing me? Why did they have a little asterisk behind their name?
Troll. Well, you don't. If you want to speak about, in just my opinion, I'm speaking about grandma. She's lost one daughter, and now she's lost a granddaughter. And try to put yourself in her shoes. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The last thing I'd be doing is having my butt out here on YouTube, running my mouth about it. You know, she has a broken heart. And
You
it's
know,
just my opinion.
yes, they know where she is. She checks up with them. I know she's talked to TBI several times. She's in constant communication with Wisconsin law enforcement all these years.
Yeah.
You know, she does everything she can for Rose. Yeah, Annabella, I don't think either. This is interesting. I don't know. What I said from the very start is if Summer walked out of the woods tomorrow, I would not be surprised. I really wouldn't, because
No, wouldn't either.
there's no evidence of anything. So, I mean, literally everything is on the table. So I don't know. I can't blame Candace.
Mm-mm. Well, I can blame them for being, you know, addicted parents. I can blame them for that. But that's the only thing I can blame them, I guess.
Chris, you'll have to answer this. Candace and Rose. Well, I don't think Candace has familial feelings for anyone, if you want to know the truth.
Not close as sisters.
Okay, I'm gonna go on here, and when the three cops that arrested Rose for the domestic violence thing, one of the cops told Rose's sister that she acted like she was on meth. So there you go. Would she cover for Candace? I don't know that. I don't know that. She's always been Candace's biggest supporter. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, so here's the question. When did Candace leave home? When did she leave home?
What home?
Well, was she sent to a foster home or something?
Candace?
Yeah.
Yes. After Candy left.
And what age was that? Do you remember?
She was 14, I believe.
Okay, so she sent to a foster home when she was 14.
That was after she pulled the knife on her dad and her sister.
So how long was she there for?
That I don't know.
So if she was there in the foster home for a long time, how could she have a closer relationship with Rose?
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes. Plus, I think the other two girls were handed off to Rosetta for periods of time. Actually, I know they were. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
She did. She told the story on the Farm Channel the other night. Yes. So how could she be close to Rose?
That's true. No,
I didn't think so, Chris.
Miss Shu, left 5 weeks later. She didn't leave fast. She didn't leave for 5 weeks.
You know, the thing about it is that we often say what we wouldn't do, but honestly, we don't know because we're not in that situation. We're not in that environment. We aren't those people. I mean, I can say I would never leave the state either. I wouldn't even leave my daughter. I can say that, you know, but until you're in that situation, you really don't know.
There was a lot going on there. You know, family dynamics, Don, things just, and what was she going to do? I don't know. She knows something. I don't think she knows exactly what happened, but
I don't think she knows what happened. In my opinion.
No, but I think she knows something different than the official story. Yeah, right. She went to her sister in Illinois to help, to help her husband. Yes. Melissa, hello. I know Chris and Rose's sister and a lot of other people that are connected to them. People contact me all the time in Messenger, neighbors, friends, to tell me their story. I know Candace and the girls, one of their childhood friends. I went to school with them. The person that bought Candy's trailer after JLR, after he called the cops on JLR, he contacted me by Messenger to tell me his story.
That was crazy, wasn't it? Standing right there in front of the house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You know?
Well, he said he's got an autistic 9-year-old daughter, and she was scared to death, and I would be too. Jonathan's creepy as all get out.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't have somebody pull up from Florida and stand in front of your house and take a picture. Of course, the cops are gonna get called. Oh. I wish I would have been up there when that happened. I really do.
I thought you were, because didn't you ask him to meet you?
I did. He wouldn't respond to me.
That was hysterical that he drove right by the parking lot on his way to a big, huge...
Well, and he drove right by my house, too.
On his way to that big gas station party store. Well, this might be where Rose went missing. He didn't know anything about the case and go all the way up there and make those videos. Do a little bit of research first.
Yeah, I mean, he drove all the way up here. Yeah, and took videos of the road, you know, and it, or it was like... He
was in all the wrong places. It was just so funny.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Okay, she, went to visit family. She lived summers in Tennessee and winters in Wisconsin. However, she sold her trailer in 2018. So she had no place to go back to. I guess she stays with friends when she's in town. Doctor's appointments and stuff. How far apart in age were there? 2 years. 2 years between each of them.
Well, Chris, I just wanted to meet him to take him to the right places. But it's probably, it's probably a good thing that I didn't meet up with him.
No, she doesn't have a sealed record. No, he just talked about it and said she had child abuse charges and aliases and sealed records and no. I mean, a sealed record, you can still see it. You just can't open it up and see the documents. So there's no sealed. There's no sealed records.
They did.
Lisa, I've talked to you in Messenger. Okay? You'll have to ding me then because I don't know who you are. Reap what you sow. Reap what you. Okay, so. And none of them were innocent. Well, Alicia, hello. Did you just join us?
Yeah.
Like I said, if my cat was missing, one of them, the world would stop until I found it. Literally, I would not go to work. I would be calling shelters. I would be hanging flyers. I would be outside looking, 24 hours a day. I wouldn't be able to rest. And that's a cat. So, I mean, it's certainly their reactions are not normal. But yet we're not talking about normal people. I mean, they both had stunted family lives, upbringings. They're both addicts. I mean, I don't think Candace is really capable of feeling attachment to anything or anyone.
Well, what did she even have anything to be attached to when she was younger?
Yeah.
You
She
know,
said her grandfather was her best friend. Now, I've never heard much about Marshall at all from anybody. I was surprised to hear her say that.
well,
I don't know.
she had a crappy childhood. Like we talked before, that she's found some friends, on YouTube and off on YouTube. And I just hope that she is really true to them and not using them.
Well, just see Kathy, the friend, was on YouTube today crying and asking for Subway gift cards and toys from Amazon.
Oh, I didn't
It was a little odd. And I was surprised to see the people in chat that were sending her money and saying Candace used her.
Why? I don't know. I just feel if she just would have gave herself a little bit of a chance to do what they needed to do, she would have had her kids to continue to love and raise. I mean, somebody wrote it in chat, and I'm going to read it to you. Maybe. Megatroid says, I feel sorry for all of them because they don't know how good life really can be.
Yes.
And she's right, but it's never too late to learn.
Well, the boys are in a really good environment now.
Yep.
And they need to stay there. They got advantages. And, Don saying they're living high on the hog. Yeah, they are. They have a lot of advantages where they are. But why would you be jealous of that? Those are your kids. Wouldn't you be happy that they, were in a good situation and had a lot of things that you didn't give them?
Right. Well, right, though,
I'm sorry, Reep. That's
Hi, Robin.
Too bad. I hope your life is better now. Yeah, he's a piece of something.
No, you're right. You're right, Robin. Lisa does not know the Wells. If you had been here from the very beginning, she said that.
I'm not down that far.
Oh, I am. I do believe law enforcement knows exactly what happens, and I believe that this is gonna come to an end soon.
Hey, Lips. Oh, Robin, please. That Robin. Robin. I've been saying for 2 years I don't know the Wells.
But then again, Robin, how well do you think you know them?
I was just going to say, Robin, how much time have you spent with Candace?
Don't come over here rocking the boat, Robin.
Hey, Lips. Glad to see ya. Yeah, I just lost my mom too, Reeve. And yeah. Well, you're going to make me cry. You know, there's not a day that I don't rethink our relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, we all miss our mamas. I know I miss mine. And, and Robin, go back and tell Candace, I said, no matter what, those boys are still going to love her. They're always going to love their mama. That's pretty much you can't really break that tie, you know?
Alessia, I'm sorry.
Well, we don't believe that the Wells are involved either.
Yeah, we didn't say that Wells are involved.
Well,
Thank you, Murgatroyd.
We don't know. We don't know. You don't know. Lips doesn't know. We don't know. Jeannie says, I know D and C are not involved. There again, that's your opinion. We don't know.
No,
Yes,
we don't know.
Robin, congratulations. I was really happy to hear that. You kept another murderer off the streets. You kept him off the streets. I'm very happy for you. And I mean, like, everybody can come over and say that the Wells are not involved. The thing is that there is no, we didn't say the Wells are involved. I don't know. There's no evidence to say that they are. There's no evidence. There's nothing. There's nothing to say anybody's involved.
There's absolutely nothing.
There's nothing.
Well, what I know didn't happen was a dog didn't drag Summer into the shed and eat her. That didn't happen. I can say that for sure. Some of these things are so ridiculous.
I do believe this. I believe 100% that law enforcement knows a whole heck of a lot more than we do out here on the streets.
I hope so. I hope they've been doing something.
I believe they're doing something.
Well, I know the FBI is on it.
You're right. There is no public evidence. Do you think that people judge Don and Candace on the way that they act, that the way that they acted in the beginning? Do you think that's what do you think is that what makes them look guilty? Because of the way they acted in the beginning? Hello?
What?
Oh, geez. Where'd you go? Yes, cases take time. Where are you?
Who?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
You.
I keep losing you. You keep your voice goes away.
I asked you a question.
What'd you say?
Really?
What?
I said, do you think people judge the Wells
Oh,
because of the way they acted in the beginning?
yes. People seem to hold it against Candace that she didn't come out of the house. And I hear that mentioned every day.
Yeah. I mean, her behavior, you're correct, does not seem normal, you know.
I don't know. The whole thing is
Oh no,
just very odd.
no, bitch, no, Mama Bear, no. That. You have your right to your opinion. There was neglect and abuse. Yes, there was. And yes, there was 2 adults up there that were responsible for those children.
Yeah. What I think is some sort of accident and then a cover up. So, yes, actually, drugs in some way, just like with Rose, are involved. I mean, in both cases, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. You know, if Candace had nothing to do with it, I mean, it's got to be eating her alive every single day. Every day. But either way you look at it, she is responsible because she was the adult on that hill. She was the parent watching those children.
I agree, Trev. Why
And
aren't
she
they?
lives with that every
Why
day.
weren't they? Candace and Don giving interviews, pleading, for Summer's return. Even parents that did do something to their children have a news conference and plead for their safe return.
Yeah, the day of. The
Yeah.
day of. You don't get to come into the cop the next. This, I don't know. I just messed up from the beginning.
Yeah, there's something with him, with Josie.
Yeah.
What was that whole thing about?
Well, why would you bring your child up there to do an interview with?
And on the other hand, why were the boys like, they were, happy and playing down by the creek while right after Summer went missing? I mean, they were on that guy's GoPro. And he said they were playing, they weren't looking for anything. And then the next day, they're laughing and joking and living it up at the miniature golf place. So that's odd too, I think. Obviously, they didn't know what happened, or they would have been a little more upset, I think.
Well, I don't know. And I'm just, this is just my opinion and just my thoughts, I mean, love me, hate me for it. I don't really care because I don't know you and you don't know me. But the thing of the matter is, if you have a missing child, you don't go into hiding. You get out there and you tell your daughter's story. You get out there and you plead for people to help you find her. You don't wait 13 days later to tell what Summer was like. You put your emotions before your daughter. That's what you did. And then you bring your child, your 13-year-old son, to do an interview with you. Shame on you. Shame on you, Don. Do you know he has to live with that now, too?
Yeah.
I mean, if you could do all the wrongs in the world, You've done so many.
Well, he said it wasn't my fault, so he must have felt that he was being blamed somehow from there's, something that we didn't see there. I don't know. I'm just glad they're getting counseling. And
yes, I'm glad they're getting counseling. And again, Robin, I am not accusing them of doing anything to Summer. I am accusing them of doing nothing for Summer the first 13 days.
Wait, I just want to say Candace wasn't there when Rose went missing, Grandma or Gima. Okay, now let's get down here. I agree. Yes, no one sees or hears anything. 3 totally grown adults. I think 2 totally grown adults and 4 kids. Yes. Has 2. I know what I think and go through. I can't imagine. Yeah, how'd you like to? Chris has been blamed and under suspicion this whole time. And so has Rose's sister and
all these years.
And Candy. And people don't have any, when they say that, oh yeah, the husband did it. Oh yeah, Candy did it. I know I'm like, why? What makes you think that? And I've never had anybody answer me. They're just parroting what they hear.
Robin, I know that the boys are going to counseling. I mean, well, everybody on YouTube knows. Everybody on YouTube knows that Don and Candace are going to counseling. But is that really true? Is it really true?
Okay, Robin, they have been drinking and they have been doing drugs. And I know that for a fact. Absolutely for a fact. So you can believe whatever you want, but that is not true.
I mean, even if they're going to counseling and if they're not drinking, you know what? I'm happy for them. But that still doesn't change the fact that they failed their children by being addicts.
Okay, I'm trying to oh my goodness. Robin, just chill a little.
When are we going to? When are we going to stop enabling these 2 parents and start making them being held accountable for their addiction, for their not taking care of their children that day? You want to talk about the way people enable people. I mean, seriously, I'm not saying that they're guilty. I'm not saying they're not guilty. I'm just saying, when are people going to stop enabling these people? Exactly 3 dots. So why is Candace not trying to help find her sister or her daughter? I don't know. Why doesn't somebody go? Why doesn't one of Candace's friends go and ask Candace some hard questions instead of just talking about everyday life? Why don't you make it about Summer and not about Candace?
Grandis does not have a boyfriend. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. Okay, Robin, let's have a little open mind here. We're all discussing all the possibilities. Some of us know things on the other side of that.
You're right, Lips. She doesn't answer those questions because a lot of people don't ask. They don't ask them. Because heaven forbid if we upset Candace. I mean, a true friend would ask these questions. If your friendship meant anything to Candace, you'd be asking her the questions because you would be helping her heal. Maybe
Robin,
I should take a nap tonight.
They actually lie all the time. All the time. I mean, for one thing, Candace left the house twice that day, and she said, no, she's left once and that's her story and she's sticking to it. Well, there's evidence that she left twice. So that's just one of her lies. She said she hadn't ever done drugs. And that's a lie. I know that for a fact.
You know, the thing is this is a little girl went missing. Her name is Summer Moon Utah Wells. And what have the parents done? Don has come out and he has talked and talked and talked. And talked and talked. And where was Candace? Why couldn't or wouldn't Candace talk? Until she met a couple of friends on YouTube. And that's when she comes out and talks about the boys, a little bit about Summer, how she was going to have flyers made in Arkansas to put flyers up because there's no flyers of Summer down there. Now, did it take you 2 years to even get on your feet to help find your daughter? Am I angry? Yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry. Because it shouldn't take this long.
Oh, yes, they're still on drugs and drinking. Absolutely. Hello, brokenhearted. Yes. Yes to both. Don, both. Candace drinking. And I don't know if she's, I don't know, Lips, you know more about that. But yeah, hell, Don, he was setting up a dope deal with his neighbor on a live at the hotel.
I think he's controlling, in my opinion.
Could be, but she's just as jealous and abusive, in my opinion.
I don't hate them. I'm very angry with them. She could have been there. She should have been there.
Well, Marie, they definitely could be innocent. We're saying that we have no idea. Ask Jeannie if she's Don's niece. I don't think Don has a niece named Jeannie. Does he? No. I don't think, no. I don't know who that is, but no. I did and no answer.
She didn't say she did. Read properly, please. That was from Lips.
Is there an answer to, is that something about me?
Read what you saw. No, he has a sister named Jeannie, stepsister.
Yeah, but that's not her.
Did Candace hear gunshots the day Summer vanished?
I've never heard that. Well, those are black bears. Black bears rarely ever attack people. They just don't. And we've got black bears all over here in town. And this is the second largest city in Michigan. I mean, and bears are all over here. And people enjoy watching them and, video and put them on YouTube and leave food out for them, watch them jump in their spa. I mean, they just don't attack people. So, yeah, I'm not thinking that seriously, I would eliminate that. Who is the lady on the panel with no picture? That would be Wisconsin Mama.
I'm faceless tonight.
She's incognito.
Yeah, no worries. Let's wait for a couple more lives, either tonight or tomorrow night. My name be all over them. Because of my opinion.
Where's Robin? People are talking to Robin and I don't see her. Did she
No, I think she left.
Did she block me? Oh yeah, Kate, you absolutely. It does occasionally happen, and I did read about that one. But as a rule, there you go, Wisconsin mama.
No, Chris. No, you never met me.
Yeah, black bears are not they're not
I don't know, I think a black bear's got to be pretty dang hungry.
Yeah, they don't attack people. Now, a grizzly bear.
Well, take that back, Lisa, because a mama, if she's got her cubs with her, she will attack you. If you get in between them.
Did you see that on YouTube with those people that found the black bear hibernating under their porch, under their duck? That was so cute.
I did.
That was so cute.
Yeah. He knew, Lip says, what are you guys talking about? He knew it was Merlina and that she was a child.
She's saying Fred Hill shot at Marlena, I think.
Oh, when she was a little girl.
Oh my God, that was so funny when that supposed co-worker of Don's and local called into Ziggy. Who did he call into first? And was talking about Jody Sue. He didn't know Jody Sue. Then he did know Jody Sue. Then he didn't know her. Then she delivered pot in buckets to his trailer when she was 9. And he didn't know Fred Hill. And then, he met Fred Hill once. And then the next thing he knew, he was having coffee with Fred Hill at Burger King or something.
Hey, you know what, Lisa? Here's a theory that Jeannie put out. So she says Tennessee has historically had put out cautions in the summer months about increased aggressiveness of the bears and cats. June is a highlighted risk month. Do you think that maybe Summer was outside playing? Maybe.
I think that's more
up in the mountains
for your pets, isn't it? Like, we have a lot of coyotes here, and they will take a dog or a cat. Oh, I think koalas are cute, but what is it that I follow that I really think are cute? Wombats. I love wombats. They're so adorable.
Bears in Tennessee do not eat people. Yeah, you're right. The other Sharon, the dogs would have picked up the scent. And good to see you.
I don't see Blue Solo Cup. Yep. I heard he was a troll. But Jody Sue, I never listened to her, but that night she took that and dissected it and debunked that. And it was hysterical. I didn't think she was that sharp. But
oh yeah. Well, and then what about the monkeys up there too? Maybe a monkey got her. Ask Fred about the monkeys. What the hey? I can't tell you how much he had that night to make him go tripping like that.
The dogs pick up the scent of a bear. Here's the dogs supposedly followed the trail. Now, I've seen, what's his name from EquiSearch, Tim? What's his name? Where he said that the dogs did not pick up a scent, but yet other reports say the dogs followed the scent down to the road. Okay, now here's my question. That didn't mean that that's that day. And also what Candace gave them for a scent was a sock. Well, the kids all wore each other's, socks and shoes. So were they scenting even on Summer or one of the boys?
Right.
I mean, I just have a lot of questions about that whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm not sure that she did go down to the road.
Hmm.
There's a blue Solo cup in here. No, but we could use the comic relief. Oh, yeah, koalas don't eat people either.
Reap what
Although
you sow. Yes, I'll go to Tennessee and catch you a monkey. You don't catch me first.
I haven't heard eagles will take off with a small dog.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eagles will, oh yeah. Anything small. A cat, you know.
Were they coming to get the kids? No. No. Do you honestly think they were coming to get the kids and then Summer went missing, so they left the kids there? No, that did not happen.
So the way Candace makes it sound like she's just gone. Or I mean she got gone, like almost something from the sky came and picked her up. Because there's no scent. There's nothing. There's no evidence. There's nothing. Nothing. But where did she go?
Okay, good night.
Reapers.
Good night, Reapers. Thank you. Have a good night.
Lip says she even refused to give scent the November search too. I heard her say no. Why would you say no to that? Why would you say no? If your child is missing, why would you say no? Oh, oh.
The size of a pterodactyl. You know what? A pterodactyl. I saw the creepiest thing on earth is those vultures when they sit in the field and they spread their wings out. That's what I say. They look like pterodactyls. They are the creepiest. Oh, they make my skin crawl. I heard koalas are not that friendly because I asked one of my friends in Australia to bring me one, and they explained that to me.
I know, Jima. I can't get that interview out of my mind either. And to be honest with you, I had been talking to him on the phone after he got out of jail, and I should I just say it, Lisa?
I don't care.
So I
You
had
don't
been
need my permission.
I know, but I don't want to like get my name slurred all over the place again. So when I was talking to Don after he got out of jail, and the thing is that he never even told Candace. Well, she must not have remembered me because I talked to her once when she was really sick. So then I had talked to Don, and then I had talked to Don quite a few times. And then there was a YouTube creator that told me that I needed to play nice so I could get information from Don. Well, that's not what I was talking. That's not what I was trying to get out
Oh, I remember
of
that.
Don. I wanted him to talk to me about Summer. Yeah. And when I decided not to play nice, or when I decided not to do that, not to screw him over, this YouTube creator got pretty pissed off at me. And that's when she decided to make things bad for me. So, but anyways, back to the story. I have
Yeah.
talked to him, and I'll tell you, I will never talk to him again. He is, in my opinion, a mastermind manipulator. Um,
Oh, definitely.
he scares me just on the phone calls alone, and I mean phone calls. He scares me,
Well,
and
he's playing all these YouTubers. He said that he's not telling them anything he doesn't want them to know. He
right.
thinks that he's telling all of them different stories and then watching them fight and go crazy trying to figure out, arguing with each other and everything. He's doing that on purpose and sitting back and laughing about it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, he's not a smooth operator. He knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, he does. He knows what he knows exactly how to put his words into place. And the last phone call I had with him was my last one because it was enough for me to say, I'm not having anything else to do with this guy. Because everything he talked about was him. Him. He likes to talk about himself. It was all about Don. I could not get him to say Summer's name. He would not talk to me about her. So that was the end
Yeah,
of it.
I don't know what. Harsh reality, I think I said something to him about Don. And people are like, oh, Don can't keep his story straight. I said, like hell he can't. He ain't forgetting anything. Everything he says is very deliberate, and he knows exactly what he's saying. And Harsh Reality said, oh, I have no doubt of that. And so I said, I think you're the only creator that realizes that, really.
Right. Little Mama, I didn't ask him about the refrigerator.
How many years has Don spent behind bars? I think, I'd have to go back and look. Not more than 2, I don't think. What did he get in Texas there? He might have got 2 years.
Well, was he in prison? Because I thought he
Yeah.
was.
Yes, in
Well, I'll
Texas.
tell you what. I can tell you what. When those police came to that door that night, at the hotel, don't tell me that man ain't afraid of those cops when he was saying yes sir, yes sir. He's scared to death of them cops.
He knows how to talk to.
Yes sir, yes sir.
He's a prison. Yes,
Yeah.
he's got that prison mentality. Yeah, I don't think she's doing anything. No. What's she doing in Arkansas? That's kind of far away to do anything.
Right. She did say that she was making flyers up for summer, and then she was going to go hang them, but then we never.
But she didn't. No.
No.
Who said what? I don't want to mix up Cam and Allie. What? Who said what? I don't want to mix up info. What exact locations? I don't know what that means. Oh, not just desperate women, desperate men YouTubers too. Look at Doug. Not that I have anything against Doug, but I saw his headline, Don asks for my help in finding Summer. I'm like, that's kind of delusional, I think.
No
but
comment.
That's just my opinion.
Go down one and see there what Lips wrote.
The fridge. The reporter asked Don. Don says, I don't know what she really does. But that fridge didn't have the latch on it where you can't get out. The fridge had the magnetic closure, and half of it didn't even have a door. So I don't think she was hiding and suffocated in the fridge.
No.
Oh, okay, Marie. Okay, thank you. I don't know. I don't know, Alessia. I really don't. I could go either way.
I don't know. I think they haven't hit rock bottom yet.
I don't know. Will we ever know? Oh yes, but they're the kind that have the locks, the latch. And I don't know what year, but they switched and put the magnetic, so you can just push the fridge open if you're in it. The old kind used to have the latch on them, and then you couldn't get out. Yeah, we did cover Dudley. That was before you got here, Liz. I don't know. Facebook. I think. I think they like the attention.
Oh, they love it.
I think Don likes to manipulate, and they want money, and I don't know.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
Do you guys remember when Don and Tim Mullins put that video out there? And there was a whole lot of creators in there, and those creators were fighting. It was bad. Does anybody remember that? Lisa, do you remember that?
No.
A few weeks back?
No.
Well, I was pretty ashamed of those creators. I couldn't believe how bad they were fighting. It was terrible.
Well, they all fight and then make up and go on a panel and kiss up to somebody and then go on another panel right afterwards. And
I ain't kissing nobody's arse. No way.
I don't think that the kids ever played on the roof. That's just my opinion.
How would he know? He was never there. He's a big time worker. He works all the time,
Yeah. And Jody
around.
Sue never mentioned seeing the kids play on the roof. So
right. She would have seen it with her binoculars, Oh, KU. Do you remember it was like 3 weeks ago when Don and Tim put out that video about summer and talking about, anything and everything, but who would know in the chat because I was too busy watching all these creators fighting.
Okay, Jeannie, what are they, what good is that doing? People say they're keeping Summer's name. Creators, too, are keeping Summer's name out there. What good is that doing?
The drama that goes with it.
How is that helping to find Summer? How is that? What has that done in the last 2 years to bring us any closer to a resolution in this case? I'm not seeing anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I can open up my live with Summer's name too. And then I can go on to all the drama about other creators, drama about the family. It's like watching a soap opera. It's not even about Summer anymore. It's about what creator can fight with the other creator. You're right, Chris, and a lot of misinformation.
Well, I mean, everything done, like Don, saying that the cops came and took his safe. And then he told somebody else they didn't take his safe. Then he told someone else they did take his safe. They didn't take his safe, but why lie about something like that? Why? What's the point? Just to cause dissension and get people arguing, I guess.
Well, I don't understand why there is so much hate and drama in a little girl that is missing. her case. Yeah, Gma, you're right. What was up with the fake phone call? You know, I don't know.
What were they trying to do there? They were trying to
I mean, do I need to run a Cash App on my YouTube channel in order for them to come up and talk?
how about
Because
the
that's
fake
what,
call that Candace they had planned that because she called someone and told them not to believe anything they heard that day. I think she called more than one person. And that was to try to see who was sending information to someone else, I think. That was all kind of weird, wasn't it? I don't think Mary believed that was real. She didn't sound like it. She sounded like she knew it was a joke.
yeah, she didn't sound like she was really like, oh my God, Candace. No, it was very juvenile.
No, Don was in jail, wasn't he then? Yeah. I don't know. Candace came home and no, they did kick in the door. Oh, Prismo, hi. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of wrap it up. I see we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Well, we're glad you could make it.
Little Mama, you're right. You are right. There is a difference between discussing Summer's case and listening to the parents who seldom tell the truth or don't even talk about her. Just say, I want her back. That's all you hear is, I want her back. Good night, Gma. Thank you for coming up.
Oh, is she? Oh, good night. Have a good night. Yeah, we're not really bashing or blaming anyone here because we have no idea. We're just discussing throwing things out. So, hope everybody has an open mind.
I am 100% for Summer. 100% for Summer.
Don't forget free.
Don't forget the free Fred. That's funny.
Annabelle, I'll figure out how to put a banner out. Yeah, but then I'll be everywhere on everybody's videos. That
Sylvia, you go watch her. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, thanks, Prismo. Love you. I think PG is just getting going. Well,
yeah,
we definitely need to. We definitely. Do you guys know when Chris M was at the Ben Hill address? That's a really good question. He wasn't there when Summer went missing. I think he was there. And lived at 120 in the trailer, I believe, but not for a long time. Not after Summer was born. And he might have visited once. I know that his wife was there when Summer was born to take care of the boys.
Lisa, I'll be right back.
Can you leave me here alone?
Oh, just for a few seconds.
All right. Well, I did a thing on a community tab. I've never seen that Gary listed as an associate of the Wells ever. I've never seen his name until I think Cher made a video about it or something. But Chris Marcos is related to Candace and Candy. That's why he's an associate of theirs. He's never lived, yeah. So that's why he shows up. And I did I think I did a community post on how that works and how background reports associate your name. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you were there. Good night, Patty. How did CM even get involved in this case? I know how he got involved with Jeannie. He begged Tiffany Marie to put him in touch with Jeannie because he wanted to exploit that. And she finally. Oh, yeah, didn't she? Yeah. Oh, I'm lost, you guys. One of those sites, it said Don's son, the oldest, was left. No. No. Don's son, you mean Donnie Reeds? No. He wasn't there on June 15th. And I don't know why it would say that. But yeah, he wouldn't have done anything to Summer. Wasn't Chris an ex of a Bly family member? Prisma, are you thinking of Chris Marcos? He actually is still married to not a Bly family member. Here, he's married to a Hare family member. Yes. Wait. Oh. Or are you talking about Chris Larson? Marcos. Okay.
I'm back.
Oh, there's too many Chris M's all of a sudden.
Chris M. and Gary M. are listed as associates and in almost every state the Wells lived in.
Yeah, but that just explained that he's a relative of Candace and Candy, so that's why he's associated with them. You know who I have never, and this is hardly ever happens with me, that I cannot track someone down? Chris Clifton. Now there's someone that's friends with the Wells on every account with Candace and is associated with them everywhere, but I can't find any. He had a different name too.
So why doesn't somebody ask Candace?
Well, I was going to suggest that. I was going to suggest that Lips ask, because I can't figure out how the hell he comes into the picture. Who is he? I cannot track him at all. Chris Moles. Chris Moles is his name too. Now, where did he come from? Who's he related to? That just drives me crazy. Chris. Oh, hey, you, yeah, who is that? I know, I see him pop up everywhere now for 2 years, and I cannot, and that doesn't happen very often with me, I cannot find.
Lisa, lose my name.
I cannot find out how he comes in. Oh, Blue Roses, yes, absolutely no drama here. None. Which is Rose's mom.
Thanks, Blue Roses.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. Everybody's so nice in our chat.
Can I say something to Chris?
You can say anything you want.
Your old landlord says hello. Very nice lady. See, here's the thing that bothers me is that I don't know. It just bothers me that, if you're looking for your daughter, and why would you send the boys down to the creek? Was Grandma watching them? Was somebody watching them when they went down to the creek?
Well, that right there shows you that there wasn't an abduction.
That makes no sense. I mean,
no.
I wouldn't. Well, yeah.
Prisma. It's MOWLES, I think, moles, or MOULES, moles. I think it's MOULES. Yeah, who the hell is that guy?
I don't
Okay,
know.
I think we need to Wisconsin Mama, have Lisa tell me which one. Which one I'm lost? Which one?
Oh, the one by the bar. The one by the bar. You don't understand that.
Oh, landlord. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's who he's talking.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Well, hang on a minute. I want to know if Chris. Just hang on. I want to see if Chris knows which one I'm talking about. You know, Lisa, I think this one's good tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we both appreciate everyone that was here. And, thank you for being respectful in chat. I don't think we had to block anyone or anything. Pretty much go with the flow. I don't want to have to block anyone. Oh, I don't know. I guess I only know the guys who had it. Okay, so good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Peace out, Lisa.
You too, hon. Have a good night.
Yeah. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.